Uh, So I know Bob had a question. Does anybody else have anything off the bat that they
I do.
want to discuss? Jean? You're muted.
Mine is rather specific, so why don't we do general things that might be of general interest first, if that's okay.
Tell what it is.
What happened was there was a huge storm at Chautauqua, and lightning strike hit the flagpole at the sports club, and only Lynn would know what happened, what that would mean. And it just wreaked havoc for some computer connections in that area where we are. And since then, we were really having trouble with the laptop, which happened to be plugged in. Since we've been home, it's not been nearly as bad. So I didn't know if there was anything we should do, or we have Best Buy Tech Time, whether I should go there or just play it out. But anyway, that's a very specific question. So if other people want to go first, I'm glad to have you do that. Now, Bob had some more general things.
I'm not sure I understand what's wrong specifically with the laptop. I'm guessing the internet is what was the issue with the.
Well, no, I couldn't block out any data. I could get internet. I could go online and search. I could Google things. I could enter data, but I couldn't manipulate data. I couldn't block things out. I couldn't sort. I couldn't add. That type of thing. But now it seems to be better now that I'm home. And I was trying it this morning, and it's almost as if the first time it doesn't quite work, but the second time, to block out data, second time it's, oh, I'm getting the idea of how I should do this. I was getting a message this morning trying to block something out. There is already data here. Do you want to replace it? Well, I hadn't been able to block everything out, so I would release the mouse and try again. And it would usually work. Sometimes I would be able to block out all the columns. And when I got over to the last column and started to drop down, only that last column was blocking out. So it's sort of strange, but I took it to be connected at Chautauqua, connected with the lightning strike.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's working now that we're home, makes me very curious.
Well, also in the fact that it seems like it's the computer itself and not through anything external. It's not like your computer was the source of the lightning strike or something.
Oh, no. No, it took out the whole computer system of the Athenaeum.
Oh.
So, yeah.
And the bell tower.
Yeah, the bell
breakers
tower
are all-
breakers cut out. So it did big stuff.
Oh, no.
But, our laptop was plugged in and came back home, and all of a sudden it was doing this.
Oh, maybe it fried something because it was plugged in.
Yeah, it was plugged in. But if it fried something, why is it working now?
Yeah.
Or almost working now?
Did you do I'm guessing you restarted and everything, and that might have helped.
Well, we restarted when we were there, but it just never worked when we were at Chautauqua. It was just that trying to block things out and manipulate the data.
We'll have to play. See, maybe I'll let my brain percolate for a little bit.
Okay. I hope nobody else has that problem. Ever.
I've never heard of that specific. Such a unique. You guys always find the oddball. Rare.
No, they find us sometimes.
Yeah, like that website, Chuck. I don't
I'm-
understand that.
I've got two things for you.
Okay.
If it's my turn,
Your turn.
I have an email I want you to react to if you would. So can I share my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got this too.
Yeah. Is it legit? I'm guessing it is.
I'm thinking it is. I wanted to do more research, to be honest with you. I'm guessing, they just renamed their iCloud account, and they're just making it sound like we got more. But because the email address is, I think I still have it saved in my inbox too, because I just haven't.
This one's specifically to my email account.
The email from that it's being sent from is iCloud at insideapple.apple.com.
Yes.
And that's the same for you.
Yes.
That's why I'm kind of thinking it's legitimate.
Well, that's what I thought too, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, the other thing I'm looking at here, like under the family sharing, it says share your iCloud Plus plan with up to 5 family members. Well, my wife already has a separate plan at 99 cents a month. Does that mean I don't need that account with her anymore?
I think it probably did it upgrade her as well. It should have upgraded
She
both.
did not
of
get
you.
one of these
Oh, that's interesting.
that I know of.
Because if she's
Oh, no, I
not
take
getting
back.
it,
There is one for her too.
yeah, you both should have gotten it. So here's I got this message, great news. Yeah, it looks like a lot of people are getting it. And it's explained at least with the iOS 15, and because it came out the same day as iOS 15.
Well,
But-
the other thing that I found interesting was the hide my email thing. That it creates unique random email addresses that forward to your mailbox, to my mailbox, and therefore people don't get to see my original emails.
Yes. Agreed.
But
I
I'm
found
not-
it a little disturbing as well.
Well, I'm also thinking that well, I didn't check on the learn more about iCloud Plus, but there's very little real information here in terms of how to do things. Like how to hide my email and how to do the.
Excuse me, I'll be back.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll be here.
So, yeah, it looks like Apple's just rebranded the iCloud and they just named it Apple Plus. So they're making it sound from what I'm.
Well, the
fine.
disclaimer at the bottom of the screen, it says, if you're an Apple One subscriber, I don't know that I am.
It's their version of Google Drive. So, it's all under that cloud. So, based. So even though you're not, Apple One is what they're turning it into. They're just rebranding all their cloud stuff, their emails, their fitness, their books, their, but because the copyright and the address are correct, it's what makes me think it's legitimate.
Well, that was what I was leaning towards, but it was kind of a surprise all of a sudden. and it looks like the typical Apple iCloud image at the top.
Mhm.
So,
You also, if you hover over the links, mine actually send me to the Apple website. If you like hover over the
Yeah.
setup family,
yeah,
it's the actual. But I'm guessing they just rebranded everything and are confusing us because it's not like they upped my storage, even though I paid the 99 cents too.
right.
Um,
But the thing with the family sharing, does that mean that Bev's now under mine and we're sharing 50 gigabytes? Or,
you could share your data with her so she could see your data if you wanted to,
I don't see any need for that.
and vice versa. But yeah, there's not really a need for that at the moment. I was doing research into Apple One because I was trying to see if there was a bundle package where I could get Apple TV, Apple Fitness, and iCloud storage, which are all under Apple One together. Well, of course, they don't have that bundle. They have like all these other stupid bundles.
Yeah, things that you
And it seemed like if you did that specific plan under Apple One, you would share that 50 gigs or 1 terabyte or 2 terabytes.
Mhm.
But I don't think this would do that for you.
Okay. Well, if you find out anything more about it, let me know. And
Yeah, it was something on my agenda to do this weekend, was to look more into that.
yeah. Well, like I
That's
say,
fine.
I'll see you next Wednesday probably at chapel. So
Yep,
if you come up with anything, let me know and we'll deal with that.
yep. I figured it was just rebranding since
Yeah, okay. And I have one other quick question, if I may.
iOS 15 came out this week.
Yeah.
What's your other question?
Yeah, well, let me lock out of here. This side, you don't need to keep sharing, but I do have another quick question. I think you talked about it before, but I've been seeing or hearing a lot of advertising on the TV lately or on the radio about Duckduckgo.
Yes,
What is it? What's
it's a
it?
search engine. So instead of Google,
Okay,
you can change your search engine to DuckDuckGo. It's very focused on privacy,
Oh,
which
that's
is
what they've
why
been saying.
everybody, and I've recommended it to you guys before. It's one of those, I keep meaning to do DuckDuckGo,
Yeah.
but do I ever switch my browser, Chrome and Safari? No. But Dan Wilcox amazingly uses DuckDuckGo.
I think Nancy Tuttle uses it too,
Yes.
because I've heard it talked about before, but I never really knew exactly what it was. So, okay, well, I'll have to look into that.
So yeah, if you want to screen share, you can change, if you go under your settings, you can change your,
I know how to do that. I
Okay.
just wasn't sure
So,
whether
yeah,
it's a website or what.
it's one of those, it's a lot more safer and secure to use than Google. There's less advertising, but the search optimization is not quite the strength that is for Google. So you're trading in one versus the other, you know?
Okay.
So a
I'll
lot
check
of
into
people
that.
use it, and it's one of those things that I wish it's one of those, if I were to take my own advice.
I'll ponder that one a little while and decide what I want to do. All right, thank you.
Yeah, but yeah, I've heard a lot more about it on the internet. too.
Yeah, it's been on the radio a lot.
Mhm. Good question.
Okay, next.
Could I ask questions about hybrid Zoom?
Yes.
Okay. When I was trying to share this information with Celebrate Recovery, they came up with some questions I couldn't answer. Imagine that. I can barely answer a question. But also I joined this Bible study, which started yesterday, which is also a combination of and you can switch back to hybrid, you can go to Zoom. All right, so obviously I understand when you're there in person, that's easy. When you're not there in person, that's considered hybrid. How does a person get invited to be not there, like to be on the Zoom side? Is it the Zoom side? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, so you were the Wednesday morning Bible study group, I'm guessing?
Yes.
So what they do, that you were in Spelman Junior where we have a Zoom room. And what we do is all of the Zoom meetings that are happening in that room, we put on a Google Calendar and put in the Zoom information. So at 9:30 or a.m. every Wednesday, there's a Zoom link on that calendar that can launch that particular Zoom meeting. So what the Zoom leaders for the Wednesday group, I created a Zoom meeting for them and put it on that smart TV Zoom room. So people in the room can just hit the launch button, but the people at home get that Zoom link that the leaders send out. I don't know if they send it out every week or they just send it out one time.
Okay.
It's just
So-
a normal. So like for CR, you can create a Zoom meeting and the people and email that to the CR group, and anyone can join the Zoom meeting at home. You would just, one of the participants would be the room, the site or the Cove or Spelman Junior. Right now, Spelman Junior is the only one that we have a set up like what you saw yesterday. We do have an OWL, which is a kind of smaller version that we've used in the site. I did get proposals for adding either one or two in the room, depending. We're thinking maybe the site or the choir room, because those are bigger rooms that you can do.
Okay, so
But
How
it
does
does
it-
cost, it does cost, I think the one proposal was like $9,000, and to add two, it was 16 or 17,000. So they're expensive.
okay. So like if you have a group of people, it could be the
Yeah.
Bible study, it could be CR, it could be us. If you have a group of people and they have the option not to be present, to be
Mhm.
Zooming in, how do you say you're putting it on the Google Calendar? Is it a generic invitation or is it an invitation to their specific email address?
So the people at home would just log into any Zoom meeting that we create for that particular Bible study committee. So like for this instance, we could theoretically take this Zoom info that we have every week for tech time and and you guys still log in, but I could log in at the church in the Spelman Junior Zoom room there as well. It's just one more participant. So as long as the people at home get a link to the Zoom meeting.
Okay. So that the answer is that I'm hearing is anybody who comes to the meeting and stays at home needs to get a link to their email.
Yeah,
Okay, I
like
got
they
that.
would, like they would if it was all virtual.
Okay. Can the people that are there in person see the people that are Zooming?
Yes, like yesterday, there's a gallery view of all the participants
And
joining.
then you put that up on a screen, like so that people can see who's talking?
Yep.
Okay.
And the Zoom room, in the hybrid in Spelman, you can record, you can manage participants and mute people. It's not easy to mute people because you have to do it on the physical smart TV. But you can do that. You can share DVDs, PowerPoints, whiteboards, things like that as well. So it would look like screen sharing the way Chuck just shared his screen for people at home, but in the room, the second TV would be the shared content like the movie, the PowerPoint, the whiteboard, and then you'd see the gallery view of everybody at home on the second TV.
Okay. So
sense?
you would put out like CR, let's say there's like 50 people who come, not all at
Yeah.
one time though. So you let them know through an email that if they want to participate this coming Thursday night, that they have to let you know that. Is that how that works?
So what you could do is you can go, okay, we're meeting in Spelman Junior Thursday night at 7 p.m. But if you cannot make it, click this link with the meeting ID and password, and you can join us for a meeting together. Does that make sense?
No. Well, okay, like I have 50 people out there
Right.
who I send an email to and say we're meeting this Thursday night.
Right.
Is there a Zoom link in that email?
We'd have to create a Zoom meeting for them to participate, or you would under your Zoom account like you do for all virtual,
Right, okay.
and
But-
email that to them.
Okay, so if I had 50 people, I have to actually create a link for everybody, even
No,
if they're not coming?
no, you just need the meeting, the Zoom meeting.
Okay,
Send them the Zoom meeting like I did for you to get on today.
right, okay. Oh, yeah, okay, all right, I got it. I got that part.
Okay.
When you break into a small group,
We have not
We're
been
not
able
there.
to figure that out.
we could go to Zoom then. We could just we'll figure that part out.
What the ladies did yesterday was there was a all virtual group that met without joining the hybrid group. So they had 2 Zoom meetings going at the same time.
Okay, and one was hybrid and one was not.
Yeah.
Got it, okay.
But we haven't played around with breakout rooms, and that's something I want to play with. I just haven't had the time.
Right,
And I also need people to be at home and trying to log in. So you need a
Right.
larger group to
right,
test than just me and 1 or 2 other people.
okay. Here's another question. If you're is there a limit, if you have a Zoom account, like I have a Zoom account, is
Mhm.
there a limit as to the number of people I can assign host to?
I have not figured that out yet. We've had all the pastors as alternate hosts in a meeting, as well as me. And so I know we've at least done 6 or 7 people.
Okay,
I've not tried to do more than that. I have not heard
right.
there's
Okay.
a limit.
And do you have to be, if the account is yours, do you have to be present to assign the host
Um,
at the meeting? Do you have to be do you have to be signed on with them?
you need to give if you cannot join, it needs to be a password email or a Zoom meeting versus waiting room, because otherwise they'll just be stuck in the waiting room and not able to ever join because there's not a way to get in. But then you would just give them the claim host button or the host key, and they can claim host once they're in the meeting.
Okay, so there is a way to do that without being in the meeting yourself.
Yeah, they just need to claim host.
Okay,
And there's a host key in your Zoom account. If you log into the website, there's a, I don't know, 6 or 9 digit code. I think
Okay.
Bob Bell's done it for a journey class. You're muted.
On your email of September 14th, where you wrapped up information about Zoom meetings, etc., I read on there about co-hosts The host has to do this, sharing with one another, and it said no limit on the number of co-hosts.
Yep, I've just found that too.
Okay. So can I go back and pick that up, the 7 or the, no, you said September 14th? Is that correct?
It was an email that Lynn sent on the 14th, and it summarized information about Zoom
Okay.
meetings, and there was a link that she had. That
Okay,
was the note I wrote down.
okay. Thank you.
So just everybody's host key is different. Like the Westminster host key would be different than your Zoom account host key, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. Thank you.
mhm,
And I have another question.
go for it.
I think it's easy. I have very bad luck with printers. I buy the kind of printers that do everything, all that sort of thing. I don't want one of those. So like tomorrow, I'm going to go buy a printer. I just want a simple laser printer. That's all I want. Could anybody just tell me, Gail, this is what you need? It doesn't have to be, I don't want color. I don't want it to scan, nothing else. I just want simplicity.
Printers are evil across the board. Not found
Who knows
one
about that? Yeah.
I like. I have given up owning a printer because I hate them so much, but I'm a millennial. We don't print things.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody here has any favorites that they've enjoyed over the years, but
I have an HP 3830. I looked at it all day, so I know what it is. And it's not expensive. I think it was under $100. It might have been 79 or something at Staples, but it's been great. It does color print, and it can copy, it can scan, it can fax, which I never figured out because I figured I may never need that. But it's been a workhorse for me for about 4 years.
Oh, wow. Well, that's
Yeah.
great.
But it's not a laser jet.
Right.
Let me go
'Cause I
look
have
at
the
it.
same model. I have a 3830 also.
Yeah.
And it is
Okay.
excellent, but it's not a laser jet.
Oh, that's
And you-
right. It's inkjet,
It's an desk jet, I think they call it.
jet. Okay.
But
And
I
you
have
like
an
that?
I have a very old HP laser jet that's probably 20 years old. They don't even support it anymore, but I can still get cartridges and it still works just fine, and
Wow. Okay.
I don't even remember what I paid for it, but I have basically HP printers and so forth, and I've had good success with them. That doesn't
Okay.
mean that they're all excellent. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
they all do what you really want them to do, but or behave like you want them to do. But you get good ones, you get bad ones. I've been very fortunate with the ones that I have that
Yeah.
haven't given me any trouble. The new ones are wireless, so that's a useful thing because you can be upstairs in your living room and your printer is somewhere else in the house and you can just
Right.
print from your phone or from an iPad or whatever. And it's very simple. I do it. I have 2 inkjet printers, the 3830 being one of them, and I print from all over the house to them and they work just fine. But this laser is not wireless, so I
Okay.
can only print, to it. I haven't investigated laser printers lately. I won't do that probably until this one decides it's on its very last half a leg, and then I'll have to go get something because they're so much cheaper to use to print
Right.
because the cartridges last forever. Unless you're printing 50 pages every single day, which you're probably not.
No.
But I mean, I've had no problems with HPs.
Okay. All right. Well, that's 2 votes for HP. And the HP I have right now, this is what is really frustrating me today. Scott put a new black cartridge in. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but it says it's out of alignment. And so I tried to fix the alignment. They give you a page that you have to put on the scanner,
Mm-hmm.
and that didn't work. And now I can't print it all. And that's why I just said, I just want a printer that does one thing. And that made me think of a laser printer. Just, it seems simpler to me.
Tried it? Are you working on a Mac?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No.
uh,
I don't even know. Wait, I have an HP laptop.
okay. Go into your setting, your printer settings.
Yeah. How do you do that?
If you
Down,
want to share your screen, we could walk you through it a little bit better.
Okay.
because somewhere in the settings, it should tell you, allow you to align again.
Is that at the bottom, down at the bottom there?
It's the green button that says share screen.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, I know that. Okay, I thought I had to get to the other thing first. All right.
Well, you could.
Okay, well, that's all right. How's that?
We got you.
Right.
Okay.
Now, in the box at the bottom where it says type here to search, type in printers.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Get rid
Is
of the
that right?
first P. Get rid of the first. P.
Oh, I did 2 piece. Okay, hold on.
You
We
stuttered.
don't want to search the web.
I can do worse than that. All right, here. All right, let me do this again here.
Go back to the type here to search. We don't want to look on the internet.
That should have gotten
Right.
you there, but unfortunately.
Wait, here, can I just go like this? All right.
Now that's going to search the internet.
Oh, okay. So
Maybe
wait,
Printer settings.
shall
And
I
you're
do?
using Bing as your search engine.
I'm
That's
not. I don't like that. I don't even like that.
we
I'm
should
trying.
switch you to Duckduckgo or Google.
Okay, wait, let me get this. Okay. I want to go down here, right?
Yep,
All right.
there it is.
There, printers and
Printers
scanners.
and scanners.
Okay. Yes.
Click on it.
Okay.
Click on HP OfficeJet.
Right there.
Yep. Manage.
Open print queue. Looks like it's offline.
Mhm.
Oh, I turned it off. Wait.
Yeah, turn it back on.
It looks like you have a few things waiting to print.
Oh, I'm sure I do because I tried it so many times.
Run the troubleshooter. Maybe you already did that.
Down at the bottom and the blue up.
It's out of
The
your
blue.
There you go.
Sometimes that will take you through the aligning process. Nope.
Well, what good were you then if you couldn't identify the problem?
I know.
You're supposed to be so good. What good are you?
This is my
PT,
life.
Very evil.
Printing preferences.
You can hit close, Gail, on that pop-up.
How about printing preferences a little farther down those blue lists? Yeah, see what that gives us. Try what, reset?
I was thinking about that. Yep.
Reset.
You could take it back to factory defaults too.
That might not be a bad idea.
Okay, should I try it? Because the reset didn't do anything. But should I press OK maybe after I do reset?
Maybe.
Reset. I'll just try this. It
Still
just took,
offline.
Is it making noise?
no. Mm-mm.
It still says offline.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I can't even tell you. I'm so embarrassed.
It's unplugged.
What the heck?
I love when it's that simple.
We are good at figuring problems out, aren't we? Now is it making noises?
I am never signing. I'm glad you can't see how red my face is. Oh, dear me. Okay, wait. Oh. All right. All I have to do. You know what? Hold on, let me try this. Wait, to see.
Is it
You know what?
still printing funky or is it printing correctly?
This is like, I can't find the other end. Well, plug in. And that's that. And this is that. They're just plugs. Like oh, here's, no, that's the phone. I can't find the printer. Oh, here it is.
There it is.
Oh,
Four
thank
printers,
you, God.
4 documents in queue. Let's see if
Oh
they
my-
print correctly.
Yeah, open the print queue.
Open the print queue.
See what the box is doing. See if
Okay.
the wording changed.
All right, open the print queue.
Yeah.
I hear it printing.
All right.
By heart.
Yeah, it's printing the third one at least.
Okay. Oh, why don't I just turn
One
this?
gone. Yeah.
Is it printing correctly or is it printing
Oh, yeah.
funky?
Good point. Please see that this is a distribution list. What it's not doing is the distribution list is email addresses. So it gives the person's name, like if it's me, but it's not printing their email.
It looks like it's printing from Google or Gmail.
Yeah.
Is it a document or something? An attachment?
It was just the email itself was just a regular email.
And you wanted to print the
And with a
to and
distribution
from?
list, with a
You wanted-
distribution list, and I wanted to print that email that had the distribution list. So it's printing it. It says, see, it says, please see the distribution list and emails for our Women's Open Share. It says that, and then it gives a list of the names and even the dates, but the actual email itself, it's not printing.
Is the email in that body of the email, or do you want it from the to or CC or BBCC?
It's in the body.
Oh. Then I don't know why it's not printing.
Well,
You could try copying it into a Word document and printing it that way.
I'm not sure that that last one is going to print because it looks like it's already been sent to the printer.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike the other 3 that were there. So not sure
Right.
that one's going to print. That
and
one's
that's
holding from August 8.
right. So
I
that
might
doesn't,
delete that one if I were you.
Yeah.
um,
If you need that, hopefully you can get to whatever that
oh
that
yeah. Do you just,
was.
how do you delete? Do you just click on it
Right
to
click on
delete
it.
it? Right click. Okay.
Cancel.
Yeah, cancel.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right, well, I don't want to take any more time, but thank you for, at least I plugged it in.
If we want to print an email, if the email is showing on the screen and I click Control P, I get just the, I don't say the inbox, but where it lists all the emails that have come in. That's what prints. But at the top of the email that I want to print, there is a printer icon. And if I print that, it prints the email itself, that particular email. So I don't know if Gmail works the same way,
Yeah.
or
I
else
do,
cut and paste into Word.
I do,
If you
and
can
in
cut
the
and paste.
past, like, this is like new. I mean, like, say, a month ago, it would have worked. And I do click the icon that's right, like at the top of the email, rather than do the Control P. But
Okay.
see, it might be just the printer. You know what I'll do? I'll take this laptop to Staples because I bought it like last summer. And this is why I'm going to give up. Just like give me a new printer, you know?
Yeah, I would be curious though, if you try printing another document and
Yeah.
that is, and see if it's printing correctly for that document.
Oh,
Because if
you're
it's
right.
just that email, there's no
Yeah.
point in buying a new printer if it's working.
You're right. Should I do that? Should I just go? Wait,
And if it's that particular email, we can try to resolve trying to print those email addresses.
all right. How do I just get to my email screen from here? Like,
Go back to the internet and open a new tab.
like
You might
to
have it
Google?
open already, actually.
How about lunch? No.
No,
Okay.
you can close that launch Zoom meeting. You can close that tab.
Okay. I start here. I go to share screen, right?
Mhm.
And that's what I get.
I don't know what. You stop screen sharing, so we don't know what you see.
Oh, I'm trying to start it. Oh, because I didn't press the share button. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you close that window.
Yeah, you
Close
can
that.
close out of the printer stuff.
Oh, no, let me just get out of that little one. Okay, should I get out of this big one over here?
Yep.
Okay. And
Do you
out of
see
this?
where it says Gmail on the left?
Right there, like
Up above it, actually.
above that. Yes, up there.
You can click that.
That's the same one, see, but, well, it's okay. That's the one I was just in trying to
Oh,
print.
trying to print?
Mhm.
Yeah, that should
So I
work.
could do, here, let me, just how about, I'll do your reminder. Like right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. And
So
shall I just try to print this? Like,
that's
right?
the delete button.
Oh,
It's, I think, under the three dots. To the left of the trash can.
Right above the T and tomorrow.
oh, okay, I got it. Thank you.
Nope. Okay, try over, keep on that same bar, go over to the left. Our faces might be over top of it.
No, I don't see anything there. For printer.
Go to the right. Our faces might be over it.
Here, I put the faces over here.
And yeah,
Yes.
under the G, the pink G or the maroon G. Yeah, right underneath it, there's some more dot or yeah, the down arrow. Down. There's a little keyboard. Click out of that.
Right, that,
To
okay.
the right, there's a little, nope.
No.
Click out of that. To the right of that. there's a little
Oh, yeah. It's so teeny. Okay.
Nope.
No.
What the
The three
heck?
dots right next to the G on the top bar there, the
All
three
this
dots.
right
No,
there?
that's
No,
just
up-
going to take you to the
no.
Google Drive.
Up above that G, the three
Oh,
dots.
up there, up there.
Yeah, click on that. Usually you get print that way. And
Yeah,
it's
there's
not
a
working
print.
for you. That's where I get print a lot. It's
Oh,
not there.
okay.
Oh, there it is.
Should I
Yeah.
try that?
Sure.
Sure.
Oh, that's going to print the whole side column. You could also hover and drag the reminder tomorrow and drag so it's all highlighted and print it that way too.
Oh, okay, you mean just
So
it's all
take your
hot-
cursor and
like here?
yeah,
Okay,
and then right click
and then
and
print that
print.
way. All right, let me, oh, you know what it just spit out? Oh, I think it did the whole thing.
I think Google is kind of frowning upon printing emails like now
Yeah.
because it doesn't
just-
think that people want to print.
For your reminder, it printed the reminder.
Okay, so you might want to try that. You could also try printing the highlighted thing and see if you like that layout better.
Okay, so how did I right click after that to
Mhm.
get to this little
Yeah.
box?
Yes.
Is that what I did? All right.
Yep.
It is, you know what it is? It is, misaligned on the page, which was my initial problem.
I'm going to have to Google and see if there's a better way to.
I just recently learned, Gail, if you go to the print and more settings, that sometimes there's something there that says print all. I forget what it says, print all or fit to page. Something like that, which
Yeah.
I've found gives me everything that I wanted to print when it wouldn't print otherwise.
Yeah, it says under those three dots that it should have a print button. I don't know why it doesn't.
Like those up there we're talking about, right?
No, the one
Oh,
that we
Okay, go to
first went
print.
to. The one we first went to, under search mail,
under,
down and to the right. It's the farthest one on the right.
oh, those dots,
Yep. That's where it says that there's a print button, but that lies.
yeah.
Hmm.
Was there a print button up here? I think there. isn't
That's
that-
where you've printed it the first time.
Right, right. When I printed the second time, just like when I just went to print from the last page I printed, it actually it appears to be aligned.
Okay. So if you highlight it, it can do that. I'd also be curious, can you go back to your main inbox?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And go to my email, and there's a little box next to my name
Mm-hmm.
on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Click that. And go to the three dots at the top and see if, like where we just were,
Up here,
No,
No.
the other one.
the other one.
down there.
Yeah,
Okay.
see if there's a print button there.
Nope.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Okay, that's a mystery. I'm gonna have to research.
Yeah, in terms of aligning that cartridge, you might want to take the cartridge out again, put it back in and see if you get the message to align.
Okay, I did think about doing, yeah, I'll do that a little bit later. I
See-
will go.
see
That's a
if-
good
see if
idea.
that solves that problem. And the other thing is, if you decide that you're going to go to Staples for some reason, check while you're there. They have 3 wireless laser printers for $300 or less.
Woo. Okay,
Now, unfortunately, the replacement cartridge probably costs you about that much also, but still.
yeah,
They have some you can choose from, and they're 3
Right.
HPs. I was
Right.
multitasking while you were plugging yours back in.
I cannot tell my husband that or he'll
No.
never let me live it down.
We won't share that
Wait,
information.
is this one of those like what's in this group stays in this group?
That's
Whatever we
exactly
hear.
right.
All right.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Yep. If you go up to those three dots where you printed the first time that Betty Ann recommended,
Right. Yep.
you
Right up
can
there.
change your search engine if you want to get rid of Bing.
From those
Oh.
from those dots?
I think so.
Should be under settings.
It should be under settings.
Lynn, are you saying that Bing is as bad as Google in terms of?
I'd say
finding
it's
it?
worse.
Really?
Search-
Oh,
Okay.
too
search
bad, because
engine
I
on the
love it.
left.
I use it all the time.
It's got less ads, but the search results aren't good.
Customize
Search
your
engine on the left.
Yeah, search engine. And right now,
You have to go to advanced.
yeah, it's under advanced.
Oh, wait, no, manage search engines. The top.
right there.
Yeah, click
Yeah.
the carrot on the right. There you go.
Yeah, and so you can,
Oh, I
There
want
it
to be
is.
I want to be Google.
so go to the Google at the top
right
and under the three dots on the right of that, it should make it a
right
default.
here. No.
No, on the right side of that line.
Keep
The three-
going.
The three dots.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it.
Make default.
Make default.
And there's Duckduckgo there too, if you want to try that at some point in time.
Chuck, this is enough for today.
And you
Okay.
can, under those three dots, you could delete Bing and Yahoo if you want to get rid of Bing and Yahoo.
Can I delete them? Yeah,
Yep.
I want them going like right from here.
Yep.
That's
Move.
McAfee.
Remove from list. Okay. And then Yahoo.
Yahoo.
Bye. Bing's
All
still
right.
there.
Why are they still there? Oh, the
He
Bing
just
is-
deleted Yahoo. There was two
Oh.
Yahoos.
okay. Hold
I don't know what
It was
Ecosir is.
Don't
right.
know.
It went away. That's good.
Cool.
Ecosia. Okay.
There you go.
Good job.
That should solve that problem for you, Gail.
Thank you.
Oh,
I'm feeling better.
Good. Glad to
Okay.
be of service.
You are.
Tell
All right.
Scott all the good things you've done today and keep the secrets.
Yeah, right.
thanks, Lynn. I think I'm going to change to DuckDuckGo too, but I have to run, so I'll see you next time.
Good luck with your new phone.
Thank you.
All
I'll
right.
need it. Bye.
My power's back on. Did anybody miss me?
Great work.
Somebody dropped off. Who dropped off?
Right, it went out. It just came back on in time to say goodbye, but I have one quick question. I did renew my McAfee that was given on my iPad when I got it. And so since I renewed it, when I got the email, it said, click here to install or something. What is that? Installed, right? It's already, I don't have to do that. I'm thinking that, well, and I waited a couple days and went and looked and it looks like I'm on now. But my real question is, the email I got said it is for all my devices. Put this email on a different device, a device, and you can have it, it'll protect that too. Is there any reason not to do that on my desk computer? I don't have any kind of hacking software other than what comes with Microsoft or whatever. But that seems to be working. But would it be better to say yes? Or would that do something to coordinate my laptop with my computer that I don't want it to do?
You can only have one antivirus software at a time on a computer. So if you wanted, it makes sense to me if you're paying for McAfee to put it on your second device, you just have to no longer use the one that Microsoft defaulted when you bought it.
And how do I get out of that? Just when I put it on, will McAfee say you want
It
to?
will ask to make it default.
Okay,
theoretically. We could look at it next week if you want.
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, we can do that. That's fine. I'll wait till then to do it. Thank you.
Yep.
So nobody else lost power?
Not yet.
No.
My
Okay.
brother did a meeting yesterday. He was leading a presentation over Zoom, and the power went halfway through his presentation. He's like,
Hmm.
It's tough.
It's
Anyway,
tough. But we're
Well,
glad you're back. And it
I
was,
just heard thunder just now.
I was grateful that I made it through my morning walk without being poured on.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
all right.
Yeah.
No, it's-
Bob, do you have a question?
I want to make a comment.
Yeah.
When I listen to everyone, I find it quite informative. And I want the group to know that I'll come when I can, but I can't come every time. I'm very busy, especially these 2 months.
Yeah.
Maybe in November, I'll be more free. So
Well,
thank you very much.
we're glad to have you.
Yes.
Okay, well, I know I'm kind of in and out.
Yeah. How'd your journey class go last week?
The journey class went just fine. I have a technological question. Usually when I've been there before, usually a pastor's there, and that pastor will make me co-host. And I know how to share my screen and show the, PowerPoint and all that. But when I was there by myself and I didn't have a pastor or someone there to be the host, I was able to open up the host setting, but it was asking for a code.
Yes.
And I didn't have the code.
Yes, I can give that to you right now.
Okay.
It's the same way that Gail, we were talking with Gail.
Yeah.
The code, if you want to write it down, is
Well, now is a code only for pastors? Is this something that's indeed a code?
It's a code for claiming host in case Jenny, you want to claim host before Jenny gets on.
Yeah, well, Jenny's going to, go ahead and give me the code number.
I'll give you the code just in cases.
Just in case.
26
26
46
46
51.
264651.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
that's code to be host on Journey Class.
Yep.
But that's only specific to the church subscription.
Right. That's
Right.
only for the journey class. For this, say I asked you to run tech time, it would not get you in because that's a different user.
Yeah,
Mhm.
see, and by listening to your questions, Gail, I went to school on you on that part of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
God bless
each
you.
one has its own host. You're not the only one that has these questions.
Oh,
Secondly, if I'm in there and if I'm co-host, I got to be able to do everything I can do.
Mhm.
Like somebody could come in, be the host, make me co-host, and I could take everything to the end. The other person could
Right.
leave, and I can close out.
Yep.
Yes, good,
Yep.
wonderful. Okay, well, that's how we have it worked out. You may have seen an email about it. So I think everything should be fine again this
Good.
week. Okay,
Good.
thank you.
Have
But this
fun. I'm
time I
sorry
do want to show
missed it.
PowerPoint.
I'm kind of sad that it's during the contemporary service again because I like your class.
Well, I know you're always called, technologically. Now, one little promo here. This week we're at the Burning Bush, and that's just an absolutely fantastic text. We're going to talk about what Moses saw, and then what Moses heard, and then what God said, and what Moses said, etc. It's a fascinating.
Yeah. I'll have to watch the recording.
Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Again, I don't know if I'll be here next week or not, because I'm real busy.
Yeah. We'll take you when you can make it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye, Sue.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Before we all leave, Bob, do you want to show the phishing email you got this week as a disclaimer for those?
Well, let me jump in on the other question I emailed you, since there was talk about thunder and lightning
Oh,
and
yes.
hail and pestilence, frogs, gnats. The Inquirer this morning had an article about weather events, et cetera, and encouraged people to sign up for weather alerts on their smartphones. Does anybody know how you do that?
Mm-mm.
Bob, you have an iPhone, yes?
I have no, it's a
Android?
Android smartphone.
Okay, let me Google Android because I don't have an Android. So I
think you
can't
just-
share
I
you.
think you just have to go to a TV network, ABC, NBC, CBS, one of the three, and they have a link on their website where you can sign up for weather alerts.
So let me show for those of you, because I know some of you have iPhones. For those of you with iPhones, and then I'll okay, and then we'll go through the Android. Oh man, they changed this on me.
The nerve.
The nerve, iOS. Okay, so if you go under settings and notifications, and this might be similar on the Android, I'll look it up in a
Yes,
sec.
yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Gail, you have a Android too?
No, I have an iPhone, but it's downstairs, so I'm just writing down what you're saying. Settings, notifications.
And if you scroll down to the very bottom, I think for iPhones it's default, but it might not be. You can see government alerts. There's 3 of them. Amber alerts, emergency alerts, and public safety alerts. So for tornadoes and things like that, you'll get that kind of stuff, but you also get amber alerts, which may or may not be helpful. So just by having a green or hitting the on, it will have that on.
Green.
Oh, there's the thunder.
Yeah, you see?
So
Yeah.
that's how you do it. For those for Androids, it should be pretty similar. Yeah, so for Androids, go to settings, notifications. Yeah. Settings, scroll down to either emergency or alerts or cell broadcast. Do you see that on yours? Android people?
My phone is in a foreign room.
Why don't you get, like, how do you live without this not like attached to you?
Jean just handed me hers.
Okay.
While they're looking, Lynn, can I ask, could I have gotten back on Zoom on my cell phone, even though I didn't have internet? Would the data plan have done it?
You could have joined via hotspot.
Oh, well, how would there be a hotspot if there's no electricity in the area?
So your phone can use its cellular plan.
Okay, okay,
It would just drain your cellular. So
okay.
if
Is
you
that-
only have a limited amount of cellular, it's not great long-term wise. But
Right.
that's how my brother finished his meeting yesterday. It was
Okay.
like hopping on
Well,
his.
so actually hotspot is actually to your own data from your cell phone. It's not a hotspot internet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So as long as the cell towers are still working, you can.
Yeah, okay. Well, did you get my text that I sent you that I had the power went out?
I have one on red notifications. So yep, that's
Okay.
you.
Okay, and that one.
And yep. Sorry, I missed that.
No, that's okay.
Distracted.
No problem.
So Bob, under yours, under settings, do you have a Samsung or an Android? Because Samsung's different than Android.
Samsung.
Samsung, it says go to Messages app. And then click on settings on your Messages app. I wish you could screen share. You might not know how to do that. You're muted.
We're talking across the desks here.
I'm glad you're not having feedback. Sometimes if you're too close.
No, we figured that out. We're both on earbuds and muted unless we talk.
Ah,
And now we're both talking, so we do have feedback.
nice.
So I went to the messages app and it has emergency alert on mine. And
Yes.
it looks like it's on, but it's not blue.
What happens if you change it? I can't see it. It's glaring. You're muted.
It won't change.
Maybe they have it defaulted so that you can't turn it off.
Ah. Okay.
I don't
But
know
then-
about Androids, but it's an obnoxious sound for iPhones.
Mhm. Yes, it is.
Especially when it's like 3 times in a row. Sometimes there's tornado watches for every 15 minutes. And it's just like,
It's
shut
probably
up.
a better word for than obnoxious, but yeah, it is.
But if you can't turn it off, why don't we hear it? If you can't. if
You haven't
can't turn the
noticed it?
emergency alert off, how come we don't hear it?
Under notifications,
Yeah.
excuse me, can you change the volume under notifications? Because I think mine did that. You could put it way low and you don't hear it.
Maybe
like-
it's more settings.
What is, like, I see Amber Alerts and public safety, like that's already on. What is the emergency alert? What is that?
I'm trying to think of an example that I've seen recently. Maybe, there's a criminal on the loose
yeah.
or,
Should we turn that on, do you think? Is
I
that a
have
good-
it on
Yeah,
because
okay,
it doesn't hurt.
Have
right.
you caught any criminals?
I can't think of an example. Like Amber Alerts, I get tornado warnings, flash flooding warnings. Trying to think
Under
of,
Amber Alerts? Really?
yeah.
Really?
Okay, I'll fool with this offline and see what I come up with. I found,
You found the settings?
yeah.
Good. You can inform us next time how to do it on Androids for those of us who can't play on an Android.
Unless the tornado blows us away.
Just figure out how to turn it off when you're in church someday, because it probably wouldn't be a good idea for it to go off while we're
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Well, if the tornado's approaching, we want to
Well,
know.
that's true too. Yeah, there is that.
Hunkered down.
And I prefer the official government ones, the 6ABC and those, they market the weather.
Mhm.
And my preference is not to have their alerts. The best
Yeah,
ones.
you could turn on local news alerts if you wanted to go to download those apps for your specific news stations. of
Okay, I'll play with it.
Um,
And the other question was the end of last week and up through Monday, got a series of emails saying that AOL, Verizon was no longer going to service and they would not be providing emails to me anymore. And it looked sort of suspicious. And one of the ones that was most suspicious was the heading was, I didn't open it up, but it said that on the 22nd, TH, not the 22nd, the 22nd of September. And
Yep.
that has come and gone, and I'm still getting emails.
Isn't that the one that Karen Finley got?
Yep. Yeah, poor Karen. There have been several tech time people that saw it late at night and it scared them to death that they accidentally hit it and bad things happened. So
I didn't hit anything.
good.
And
you
I
mark
hovered
it
over
as-
the source, and one was some name at Gmail. Well, that's not an official site. And another was at Verizon.net. Well, the official Verizon site is Verizon.com.
Mhm.
Okay, so they're all in spam now.
Did you report them as phishing and move them to spam?
I just moved them to spam.
Okay. Hopefully that trains AOL to stop putting it in your main inbox.
Okay. I think you've answered the question. That's it.
But yeah, it's good reminders for folks. Because they're getting worse and worse and worse. But it was funny. I saw a clip from Friends back from like 2000, and Ross got a phishing email on his computer, and it wiped his computer right before a presentation. So, they were making jokes about it back in the 20 years ago, which tells you how long it's been an issue. But anyway.
Oh my gosh, I'm going. Can you hear that?
I hear that. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
instantaneous. All right, bye, guys. I'm going to the.
Bye. Yeah. Have a good week.
Thanks,
Yep.
everybody. You too.
I'm gonna say goodbye too.
Yes, I know we've gone over time.
Lynn, if you hang on just a minute. a
Yeah, I
couple
want-
Comments to you.
Yeah, let's look at Jean's computer too.